Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an Object 261. It's the Tier 10 Soviet SPG. We're located on the north spawn of Lakeville, and it's under the command of Oksydor, and he's in platoon with a Manticore and a Gorilla 15. Game on. Well, this Arty has a 18cm howitzer, slightly different from the other ones you see in the game. In fact, there was 3 versions of the Object 261. The 2611, which had a 152mm gun in the closed casement, a 2612, which had an open 152mm gun, and the third one, which is the one you're looking at, which is the 2613, had an open 18cm howitzer. Now, it's a naval gun, so it's actually one that they did produce in fair number, but this Arty never got built because it was based on the hull of an IS-7, and well, after the end of the war, they didn't really need it. The IS-7 hull was, the development was made in 1947, so yeah, the war had ended and they didn't really need this one. But he got a nice first hit on the T-30, and he's actually done a good thing because he's relocating, and on this map it's so critically important to relocate as quickly as you can. Usually I do it by moving forward or moving sideways slightly. Another good hit, and this time around he hit the T-30 again, and he's relocating even whilst he's still looking at them downrange. That's also a good idea. You can do that, not taking your eye off what they're up to. Oh, there's an UDES 15-16 there. They've got fairly thin armour, but he's going for the T-95. Rounds out right into his side. 219 hit points. Now he is going to have to move because there are enemy Arty in this game. The enemy team have got a Conqueror gun carriage, a T-92 HMC and an FD-3805. And some of those are bound to be covering the valley, and I wouldn't be surprised if one of them was doing counter battery. Rounds out the T-95, he got another hit. In fact, he hit 2 at once there. He hit the T-95 and the other T-95 alongside him. Got 290 off one and 107 off the other. Now the thing about this Arty is you don't get a whole lot of ammo to play in it. In fact, actually, it's rather bad that they only give you 20 rounds to play with in the game. Another double hit. Both of the T-95s took it this time. He got even more hit points this time than he did the last, and he's also getting some stun assist. Nice bit of relocating. Just change your position. Slightly one way, slightly the other. Makes it difficult for the enemy to get you. He could kill that T-95. Rounds out. Oh, that was unlucky. It hit short, so he couldn't get it. He needs to pick another spot now, actually, because that T-95 is way close. Okay, go for it again. See if you can get that one. In fact, aim maybe for the other T-95. You might splash that one and kill him. Okay, that's it. He's doing it. He's doing it. Rounds out. Yes! Yes, he got the T-95 and hit the other one at the same time. Double bubble. Well, that's what we call it in the UK. We call it double bubble if you get 2 hits for one. Of course, Oksydor is Polish. Yes, we correctly identified he had a Polish flag on his batch at 155.55 during the last battle. And I actually said as well, isn't it fantastic response by the Polish people to the Ukrainian refugees? They've been welcoming them into their country, looking after them, taking care. Those who want to travel on are getting help to move on to other countries in Europe. But it's actually something that's natural to the Polish people, because the Polish people have actually been through a lot of hardship themselves. Of course, they were invaded 3 times during World War II. They were invaded by the Russians and the Germans at the start of the war, and then they were invaded by the Russians again after the Germans were defeated. So yes, they had it particularly hard. But that didn't stop the Polish people being critical to the winning of the war, because if it hadn't been for the Polish pilots in the Battle of Britain, I don't think that Britain would have won, because they did actually have a crucial part to play. They provided Britain with a huge number of extremely experienced pilots at a critical moment when we were very short on pilots, and they kept the aircraft in the air, which actually effectively persuaded the Germans they couldn't win. Rounds out, nice hit, 322. And of course I can't make light of the fact that if it wasn't for the Polish cipher experts, the mathematicians who actually had a copy of the Enigma machine before the start of the war, they actually got hold of one, and they managed to work out how you could actually decipher the German encryptions, the messages they were sending. Oh, he got the kill on the mouse. Second kill. Mind you, the Germans did change the encryption, which again made it difficult, and that is why the British then had to work out again how to decipher the encryption. But they did so because, of course, they got a good start. The Polish experts told them how to do it, and they worked it out. Rounds out, and another splash kill. In fact, actually, the house where I'm living at the moment is not more than a mile from the location where the three utmost experts, or the Polish mathematicians, were actually located during the war. It's a place called Felton, which is a short distance down the road from where I live. And they were staying there, although the British mathematicians were at Bletchley Park, which is a fair distance away, but those Polish mathematicians were staying there during the war. And in fact, some of them, after before the war was over, actually did go into Europe and actually did help with other matters, I should say, actually spying matters. They were actually helping out towards the end of the war in very dangerous ways. In fact, I do believe that some of them actually almost got caught, and I think they were actually, I think they were caught. I think if you watch some of the videos about it, one specific expert was caught, but I don't think the Germans understood who he actually was, and consequently he got away with it. So he didn't get killed, or they didn't interrogate him on the Enigma. I'll try and look that up and see if I can find the name of the expert, but they were very courageous men. Right, we got the enemy Arty, an FV3805 and a T92 HMC. Rounds out. Oh, he got the T92. Now he did look away. I did say to him, we like to see these enemy vehicles hit, so please do stay with them if you can. His guerrilla teammate, his platoon mate's going in for the kill on the FV3805, and he's been found and he's gone. Okay, so they've now just got to work out where the last two are. It's a T100LT and a Char Future 4, and our team are now moving in. I think one of them might be sitting behind that house at the moment. It might be the T100LT. We don't know, but it's a good job that Oksydor has actually moved slightly further east, which means he's got much better chance of aiming at the enemy cap area. And of course he's shooting over the entire range of the map, which means his shells are going to go very high and then come down, well, almost vertically. He's firing in around just in case. He's only got 4 rounds left now. Again, that short ammunition load, only 20 shells. It's just not enough really for this Arty. You fire them so quickly. Standard reload 30.6 seconds, and we can see Oksydor has got 24.85, so he's got a very fast reload. And they've been found. Okay, we've got the Char Future 4 over this side, and the T100LT, well, he looks like he's trying to attack the TST, and he did get the ST. Now he fired that one more speculatively. The T100LT is moving about near their cap area. He's been spotted by the Gorilla. Okay, we've got 3 rounds left. He's very low on hit points, that T100 LT. He's lining up a shot, a leading shot. He's going after our platoon mate, who's also very low on hit points. There's the Char Future 4. He's coming over the top. Rounds out. Oh, unfortunately, we lost the Gorilla. Yachu 3 got wiped out by the T100 LT, but he is very low on hit points. And that means now the T95 is the only remaining tank on our team. The T92 is sitting in the valley, and the Char Future 4 just wiped him out. And that means now the T95's had to move into the valley to try and stop the Char Future 4. We don't know where the T100 LT is. He could be coming round behind us or in front of us to try and get to the cap that way. So he's moved into the bush, not fully in the bush. You can see he's just behind one and half in the other. He's been spotted. Okay, right, this is where it gets difficult. Where is that T100 LT? Again, he's getting spotted. Somebody behind him, I think. Not behind him at the moment, but feel certain that he's over there somewhere. And as we're moving about, we're getting seen. I think he must have come from that direction. Then he saw the side of us. You just can't tell if you're continually spotted or not. It's almost like the T95 is trying to invite the Char Future 4 to try and cap. We've got 640 hit points between us and the enemy's only got 303. And that means the Char Future 4 must be very low on health. And oh no! The T95 has been wiped out. The T100 LT got him. Now, does that mean the T100 LT doubled back and went along the Lake Road? No! Fantastic! He shotgunned the T100 LT. Close range. Incredibly well done. And the Char Future 4 is behind him and he bounces around from that 105mm gun. He's coming in. He thinks he's got the game. He thinks he's got a kill. Oh, well, he's going to get shotgunned too. We're loaded now. Yes! Wins the game! And the Top Gun. He saves his team and he gets the Top Gun to boot. Well, it wasn't just an ace tanker for Oksydor in that game. Yeah, something I wasn't doing was counting the shells, but you can see it now. He managed to get a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in this one. He managed to get 20. But more importantly, he fired his last shell and killed the Char Future 4, which meant that he got a Faden's medal for killing the last enemy with the last round of ammunition in your magazine, as well as the Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. And that was quite exciting at the end. That Char Future 4 was certain, I'm pretty certain he was certain, that he thought, oh, I've got this one, I'm winning it. No, he's not. He's going to get taken out by an expert shotgun. And that was very nice indeed. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, the highest damage in the game didn't go to Oksydor, but it did go to his platoon mate Yachu 3. Got through at 5,177 hit points. He picked up a high caliber. The second highest damage in the game went to that Char Future 4 with 4,615 hit points. Yeah, he didn't. He only got standard medals. And when it came to damage, again, the third highest on damage was Oksydor with 4,020. When it came to kills, though, Oksydor was tops with 6 kills. 5 kills went to the T100 LT that he shotgunned, and 3 kills went to the T92 on the enemy team that he killed, and also that Char Future 4 to win the game. When it came to base XP, he's actually in second place because the Type 61 on his team did 1,230. Excuse me. Oksydor got 1,204, and the Gorilla 15, his platoon mate, Yachu 3, got 965. He fired 20 rounds, all 20 rounds. The last one was the best effect of all. 10 direct hits on the enemy and 1 penetration. Now, I'd be surprised, but it's actually the T92 HMC that he penned. It says there's a 1 against the tick, so we know it's the T92 that the shell went straight through, not the Sharp Future 4. That would have been funny if he'd done that. But anyway, so he did get 1 pen. He got 25 splash on the enemy as well, so he was hitting some of those shots in the valley. He was hitting more than 1 tank at the same time. 4,020 hit points in total, of which 3,717 were at more than 300 meters. So about just under 300 hit points was at close range. 1 hit received. It was a penetration. That was the a non-penetration rather. That was the shot from the Sharp Future 4. And I don't know what he hit, but it probably was the tracks actually more than anything, and that's why he blocked it. 390 hit points of damage blocked by armor. That's that 105mm shell. 10 enemy vehicles were damaged, 6 were killed, 2,455 hit points of stun assist off 20 stuns. He earned 46,794 credits from the game, and after resupply of ammunition and consumables, took away 27,610 credits profit. 1,204 XP, 271 for playing in platoon, took away 2,077 experience points altogether. So let's have a look at the armor profile. I think we've seen this before for the Object 261, but it would help to actually go over it again. Remember, this is an IS-7 hull, so it should have heavy tank ratings. We can see here 65mm of armor on the lower plate, and its effective armor is about 97. On the upper plate, it's 75mm impacted armor, but 120. These are not the sort of values you would actually see on an IS-7, so obviously they've removed some of the armor to give it a little less weight in the design. On the sides, you can see that the effective armor here is 50mm, slab-sided, so of course it's not really going to have any protection at all. And again, it gets worse as you go further back because it's only 30mm further back. Again, on the front of the vehicle, 50mm armor on the front. It's not really angled very much, but that will give you some protection. And because it's open anyway, it's very susceptible to HE rounds. The rear of the vehicle, 30mm, effectively the same value. So that's the armor profile. Let's have a look at the modules. Okay, well, engine up front, because of course it's a tank in reverse, so they put the engine that used to be at the back of the tank into the front of the tank. Transmission directly in front of that. We got the driver up in the main casement next to the tank commander, who will obviously be either kicking him or patting him on the back to tell him which way he wants him to go. The gunner, there's a sole gunner, no, not 2 gunners, is on the other side of the tank, on the other side of the Arty, I should say. And there's 2 loaders sitting at the back behind the breech. They've got ammo racks either side. The fuel tanks are down in the hull. They're fairly well protected by the tracks, so you're not going to get at the fuel tanks really so much unless you shoot between the tracks. But it's the ammo rack that's very easy to hit on this thing because it's basically right at the back of the vehicle. And if you don't hit the ammo rack, you'll hit the loaders anyway, and that'll slow it down. But there you go. That's where all the modules are in the Object 261. So that's the first battle. Let's have a look at the second battle. In the second replay, Oksydor's on the north spawn of Steppes, and he's in platoon with Yachu 3 in the Object 279E, and this time round it's Dr. House in the AMX 13105. Game on! Now I think you can see that Oksydor's got 2 marks of excellence on the barrel of his Object 261. You know he's got 3 marks on several of his Artys, because he is an expert player. He's been playing for quite a few years, and he's threatened to send me some replays of really good games that he's played in the past. And of course, yes, we're happy to accept them, because unlike other channels, we actually like Arty games. We really do like them, and of course we will feature them. And of course, another thing is that unlike some other channels who get a huge number of replays, we do get a larger number of replays, but we are willing to try and put them on if we can. Rounds out! Oh, we did get a hit! We didn't get to see it, but he got a hit on the Progetto. 358, so that's quite a big hit. Now, I probably will have to take control of the camera, but he's getting a large number of targets now, so this could be quite interesting. He's lining up the Progetto 65 for another shot. We'll follow it. Oh! Yes, he did hit the Progetto for 351. That was a really good one as well. And that Progetto's pulling back. He's not happy. It's the Progetto 65, the heavy tank. I think he's really upset, actually. You've made him to want to go and cry in the corner. He's trying to get a shot on those guys. He's re-aiming. Well, he splashed the E100 for certain, and he picked up a load of stun assist off the Jaegeru. Okay, he's changing position because they are getting a little close, but he also needs to make sure that he doesn't stay in the same spot for too long. And that was a friendly peck from one of his teammates, not. Yeah, she shouldn't be doing that. Don't shoot your own teammates. You won't get a high caliber if you do. Okay, he's going to dial in on the Jaegeru, but he's changed his mind, gone for the E100 instead. Rounds out. Oh, I didn't catch that in time, but he definitely hit the E100 again, and he's picked up stun assist again. Oh, he's picking up lots of stun assist. Oh, that's going to help him to get an ace tanker if he keeps doing that. Okay, it's busy on the west side of the map. He's dialing in as quickly as he can. Oh, that was a pretty lethal confrontation for both. He's aiming at the Jaegeru, and I didn't click it fast enough, and he got a hit for 181, but it hit the heavy armor on the front of the vehicle, so he didn't get any penetration off that one. Yes, a lot of enemy tanks in this region. There's that 65 again. He suddenly turned up and he's blasted away all his ammo and got promptly killed immediately afterwards. Okay, trying to get the 60 TP. And this time round he does get a hit for 299. He's pulled back. Now, Oksydor does like to look away. I think it's one of the reasons why he says that he hasn't got the warning device, so he can't tell if somebody is going to fire at him, and he likes to look around his vehicle to see if somebody's about. Rounds out the Jaegeru. Direct hit. Oh, and he also wounded the 60 TP at the same time. And is now Yachu 3 and the 279 is dealing death to the E100. He just got that guy. And is he going to get one of these other ones? He might be able to take him out. Yes, he got the Bosch. Okay, going to take out 60 TP. Oh, he hits him. 338. They're both stunned. And we're getting loads of stun assists. The 60 TP just hit them. Okay, there are some enemy who are closer than those tanks down the far end. But Oksydor is still focusing on them because they are still dangerous. Go for the Jaegeru. Oh, the Jaegeru's gone. Okay, so he fires at the Badger instead. Gets him in the rear for 405. That was a nice little pat on the back. Our Jaegeru's having a tough time. Unfortunately, Yachu 3 got wiped out during that encounter with all those heavies. We're now looking at the centre line, the gully. Oh, lots of action going on around that area. But we're now aiming for the 60 TP. He's following the target. Rounds out. Okay, well, stunned him, but he got rid of the stun fairly quickly. He just needs to alter his position slightly. There is still an enemy Arty in the game. In fact, they're winning by 2 tanks at the moment. In fact, there's 2 enemy Artys in the game. We're going for the 60 TP, leaving the target. It overshot. He's got 9 shells left. He's used up more than half his ammo now. The guerrilla's moving into the defensive position nearby, so he can spot for us. Okay, meanwhile, the enemy badger he hit earlier is moving up. Okay, our platoon mate's just spotted the leopard. He's trying to go for a shot on him. Rounds out. Yes! In fact, both of us got the shots in, but unfortunately we lost D-House, or Dr. House. The platoon mate, he got taken out. And now we're reloading to try and take out the leopard. Here's a one-shot. But we're ignoring that. We're going to go for the 60 TP instead. He's dialing in and... blind shot! He kills him. Takes out the 60 TP. Now, the enemy does have about 1,300 hit points more than us. In fact, it's slightly more than that. Now it's 2,000 hit points more than us. But this is still anyone's game because there are only 2 tanks ahead of us. Okay, the next target we're looking at is a T110E3 and a TVP. And they're coming up from the south. Oh, he gets a hit on the TVP, T5051. But he knocked the tree down, so... and the TVP's gone. Now, he did knock the tree down. That might tell the enemy Arty about chat 155-58 and the T92 where he is. And there's a roar from the enemy Arty firing. Not sure it's at us. I think it's at somebody. The enemy badger's gone behind the railway line, and we're now down to just 3 players. The leopard's a one-shot. Can we get a shot on him? Dialing in. Here we go. Here's a splash kill, actually, as well. That badger's appeared. And he's a splash kill as well. Come on, you can do it. Rounds out. Yes! That's another one. That's 2 kills now. Okay, now where is that T110E3? He's very close. Incredibly close. He's just behind us, actually. He could probably wipe us out with 1 round. Or even ram kill us for that matter. Here he is. Okay. Shotguns him. Now drive past him quickly. There's the enemy Arty firing in. We lose the guerrilla. Or no, the enemy T110E3 was taken out by our guerrilla. And we got away with it. But our guerrilla got killed. And here comes the leopard. Now. White. Oh, he's fired at us. He gets 1 hit. And he did penetrate the gas tanks. You know where those gas tanks are now. Now, is he going to come around the corner? Yes, shotgun! Right into the rear of the leopard. And now we're safe in this position because the Arty can't fire around here. And it's 1 versus 2 Arty. And we've got 3 rounds left and we're almost reloaded. Okay, we're moving. That's a rumble from Arty. Landed behind us. They couldn't get a shot on us. We're in defilade when we're down round there. All of our teammates have been wiped out, so it's 1 versus 2. Who's the better Arty player in this game? Is it going to be Oksydor or the Batchat 155-58 and the T92 HMC? Well, we'll just have to find out. Now remember, there's the Object 261's got a very fast reload compared to those 2. They've got very long reloads, but they do have one advantage. The Batchat 155-58 of course has 3 rounds available with a 10-second gap between each shot. Now if we suppose that they have reloaded fully by the time they get up this end of the map, and they're going to have to come to the cap to do it, to cap out, then he might get a chance with one of them to kill them, but will he be able to take out the other one as well? It's a good position he's chosen. At least he should be able to see them coming. And I'm not so sure they'll see him if he's actually behind that bush. Oh, he's found one! It's the Batchat! And he's got here, and now we're in a position because, yeah, he's got 3 shots. He's failed with his first one. Now he's got 10 seconds to reload. The other one's firing at us. Touch shotgun! And he takes out the Batchat. He's got 2 rounds left. He's reloading. And the enemy Arty is definitely behind him, the T92. We saw the warning from a shell coming in from behind. So he knows where the enemy T92 is. And now it's 1-on-1. He's only got 105 hit points left. Now technically, he could go down here, wait a short while, wait for the T92 to start capping, and then pick a spot and creep up on him through the bushes on the east side of the map from grid square A5 or thereabouts. Or he can actually go down to the other end and force the enemy Arty to come closer to him. Now his view range is 300 meters. And he's got a good crew, so he should be able to see him a little earlier than that. I can't remember precisely what the actual T92's view range is, but I can have a look at that right now. Oh, it's 310 meters. Yeah, I keep all that information cribbed on my notes. It makes it more interesting if you know what the capability of each tank is. Okay, now is the Sixth Sense going to go off once he goes through those bushes? I think the T92 is somewhere over there. Oh, he is! There he is! He's got the first spot. The T92 must know now that he's been spotted and being dialed in. Oh, first shot failed! He's only got one round left now. Oh my gum. And the T92 must know that which direction he is. He didn't get spotted, but he must have an idea. Okay, with 5 seconds to go, can he do it? If he does, he gets another Fadens because he's down to 1 round. Rounds out. Yes! Wins the game! 2 against 1, or 1 against 2, and he still beats them all. Who's the master? Another really exciting game for Oksydor in the Object 261. He got an ace tanker in that game as well as a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 12. He got a fighter badge because he ended up with the game with 5 enemy kills, as well as a Gauze medal for doing more damage, exceeding 8 times the hit points for his own vehicle. And with that last round, he actually got a Fadens medal as well. And to top that all off, because he killed both enemy Arty, there was only 2 of them, but he killed both, and he gets the counter battery fire medal on top of that. Can you believe 2 games like that? They were a couple of months apart, but yeah, he certainly has skill with the Object 261. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, when it came to damage, he was tops with 4,655 hit points. The only reason he didn't get the high caliber, I think, or can think that he didn't get it, was that it wasn't 20% of the enemy hit pool, or maybe that he actually did stun one of his own teammates during the battle. I don't think he did. I'm pretty sure that he actually got them all in the right place. So it must have been the 20%er that he missed out on. But 4,655 is a very good score indeed. The second highest being the Jaegeru with 4,430, and the third highest damage being the Gorilla 15 with 3,798. When it came to kills, he had the highest number of those, but he shared it with the Leopard 1 on the enemy team. 5 kills to him and 5 kills to Oksydor. And 3 kills went to the Gorilla 15 on his team. And when it came to base XP, yeah, he's got that one as well. So he's got the top in all 3 columns. 1,161 went to Oksydor, 907 went to the Object 279 Yachu 3, his platoon mate, and 866 went to the Jaegeru on his team. And his other platoon mate, Dr. House, managed to get 606. He got 1,239, which is not bad. Didn't get any kills, but he was effective during the game. As in the last one, Oksydor fired all 20 rounds of ammunition, all of them. Got 15 direct hits on the enemy and 2 penetrations. Now, which ones did he penetrate? Well, apparently it was the Batchat 155-58 with the shotgun, and it was the T92 HMC when he won the game. He actually put that round right through the enemy tank. He also got 20 splashes in the game as well, 4,655 hit points, of which 4,048 were at more than 300 meters. He did receive 1 hit. It was a penetration. Yes, he got hit by the Leopard 1, but when the Leopard 1 backed up, he put a round straight through his engine and finished him off. He also received 1 hit by way of splash damage. The enemy Arty was trying to get him and did wound him to a certain extent. 2 enemy vehicles spotted, 9 enemy vehicles damaged, 5 killed, and 2,950 hit points of stun assist off 18 stuns. So I think he more than got the ace tanker out of that one, because if you think about it, it's combined damage of over over 8,000. Yes, it's over. Yes, it is over 8,000 because there's 3 there. Yeah, it's near enough 8, or is it 7,500? My eyes deceiving me. It's 7,500, surely. Yes. Okay. It's closer to 8,000 in damage, and that's why you got an ace tanker out of it. But fantastic games. You don't often see 2 Faden's medals like that, especially when they're being won by Arty. And in both cases, he's the last man alive on his team, and he takes out, in one game he wins by a shotgun, and in the second game he gets an aim shot at the last Arty, misses on his second to last, his penultimate shot, but then gets the guy with his last shot and wins the game. I don't think he tried to miss that first shot, that penultimate shot. I think he deliberately aimed that one at the target, but the T92 HMC was just behind that ridgeline, which made it fall short. And so that was unfortunate. But then it was fortunate in a sense, because then he ended up with the Faden's medal as a result. So very well done indeed. If you enjoyed both of those replays, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And of course, please remember that we're giving all of the proceeds from this channel for the foreseeable future to the Red Cross appeal for the Ukraine war to help the refugees. So the more videos you watch, the more money we can send them. Thanks for watching.